Wherever app-based taxi companies like Uber, Taxify, or Careem operate, there are serious problems. Drivers complain about low wages and unfair working conditions. In developing countries such as South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, India, or Brazil, the plight of drivers is worse because few professional drivers actually own the cars they drive. Instead, they rent them from owners and split the earnings, very often struggling to make ends meet. The Atlantic. The public complains about an unregulated industry, increased traffic, and more fatal traffic accidents. We've witnessed large demonstrations all over the world against app-based taxi companies such as Uber, Taxify, and Careem. The demonstrations are often organized and led by for-hire drivers. For-hire drivers are paying a high price for the success of app-based taxi companies. Their earnings are continuously diminishing, and their working conditions are getting harder and harder. To alert the public about their plight and suffering, some for-hire drivers have gone as far as taking their own lives. In New York alone, 8 drivers have committed suicide because of a financial and existential crisis as a result of digital disruptors known as ride-hailing apps, including Uber and Lyft. Metro. As customers of the app-based taxi companies, we bear a collective and individual moral responsibility for the plight of for-hire drivers and other social and economic issues caused by the app-based taxi companies. We are an organization that is taking a stand by offering an alternative to the business model of the current rideshare industry. We are launching the Drivers app, or DAPP Rides. DAPP Rides is an e-hailing app that connects drivers and riders. DAPP Rides has innovative features no other existing app has. Let's see some of the innovative features of DAPP Rides. The lady-only feature. Female drivers can choose to accept ride requests from women only, and female riders can also select to be serviced by female drivers only. Break every 4 hours. DAPP Rides drivers have to take a break of at least 30 minutes after using the app for 4 hours. Personalized messages. Drivers can have personalized messages that will be sent out to all their riders, and riders can also have messages that will automatically be sent to all the drivers they are matched with. Cash and mobile transfer payment options. Riders can pay by bank cards, cash, PayPal, the app wallet, or mobile transfer. Blocking a rider or driver. At the end of a ride, a passenger can block the driver if they don't want to be matched with them in the future. A driver can also block a passenger at the completion of the ride if they don't want to be matched with that rider in the future. Front seat not available. Drivers have the option to make their front passenger seat unavailable. Transparency about pickup and drop-off addresses. Pickup and drop-off addresses are visible to drivers before they accept a trip. There is no surge with DAPP Rides. The most interesting aspect of the project is that DAPP Rides operates under a very different model. This is how DAPP Rides operates. Drivers living in the same city or country will organize themselves through the DAPP platform, www.todrivers.com. Once drivers organize themselves, one of them is chosen to represent them. The driver selected becomes the local general manager of DAPP Rides. The local general manager will work with local transportation officials, the taxi industry, and at least one consumer advocacy organization to set the fares, write the code of conduct for drivers and riders, and decide the safe number of drivers to allow for morning and evening shifts. We believe a company based in San Francisco or Estonia should not be allowed to set the fares of transportation in South Africa, Pakistan, Morocco, France, or Canada. This is why we're letting transportation officials, drivers' unions, and consumer advocacy organizations decide the fares. How DAPP Rides makes money. Drivers take home 100% of the fares they make. DAPP Rides does not take any commission. To pay for the maintenance of the app and related fees, a subscription model is implemented. Drivers will have the option of subscribing to use the app for 24 hours, a week, or a month, no strings attached. All drivers will have an opportunity to use the app for free before purchasing a subscription. Every 6 months, we will publish our financial statements about our expenses and revenues. Collaboration with local governments. DAPP Rides will work with local governments to improve transportation and create a better environment for the rideshare business. DAPP Rides will implement transparency policies. For example, the number of cars running on the platform, the number of rides, our accessibility policies will be public information. Wherever it is needed for anti-congestion purposes, DAPP Rides will implement a shift-based access to the app for drivers and a limitation of the number of drivers. DAPP Rides platform is open to both private cars and traditional taxi drivers. We believe it is up to the riders to choose. To support fair and socially responsible business practices and fight the immorality of current app-based companies, download DAPP Rides and let others know about it. DAPP Rides is available at www.dapprides.com, www.dapprides.com.